Hello, I'm Karen Capenteris, Associate State Director, and I work in the Greater Lansing area.
And I'm Jennifer Firestein, Associate State Director, and I am doing all the work for AARP over in West Michigan, Grand Rapids, and up to Traverse City.
Very good. How's it going, Jen?
It's going good. How are you, Karen?
I'm good. What's new in Grand Rapids?
Well, summer is finally ramping up, right? And with summer is good old American baseball. So right now, AARP is working closely with the West Michigan Whitecaps to plan our member discount game. So we've got a game scheduled for August 16th, and members get a discount on game tickets for that game. So we're ready. We're excited. We're ready to get back in person and watch some baseball.
Yeah, it's always a great event. Lots of people come out. We have a lot of fun times, chicken dance.
Right. And what about you? What's going on in Lansing?
So we are doing a couple things. We have a couple shred events coming up, one in July 28th and one in early August. And we are actually going to celebrate the Fit Lot opening, which is an adult exercise park in downtown Lansing. And that's going to be probably on Grandparents' Day. That's what we're planning right now. So activities for older adults, showing them the Fit Lot, and then also activities for grandchildren.
Nice. And as we talk about AARP's Best Kept Secrets, people probably don't know that a Fit Lot is installed in every state in the country. So every state has an adult park, an adult exercise park equipment that's been installed. So fortunately, we have one in Lansing.
Yes, and so it is one of the best kept secrets, right?
It is.
So yeah, and that's why we do this every month, is to bring you information about all the great things that AARP does that you probably have no idea, that our audience probably has no idea about. So the Fit Lot's a great example. So, all right, well, today we are going to be talking about the Graduate Network. And we have two guests with us today. We have Jennifer Schramm and Bridget, and I gotta look at Bridget's name real quick, Bridget Strickler. Welcome these ladies here on the screen. Welcome, ladies.
Hi.
We're excited to learn about the Graduate Network today and how that's gonna unfold in Michigan.
So
great to
be here.
Yeah, so Jennifer Schramm is a senior policy advisor for the labor market issues at AARP's Public Policy Institute. And Bridget Strickler is with the Graduate Network. She has a unique 25-year background combining education and entrepreneurship to advance practices and policies that lead to more equitable outcomes for students of all ages. She's a Chief Strategy Officer for the Graduate Network, and she is passionate about helping adults achieve their education aspirations. So I think we're going to start with a question actually for Jennifer Schramm.
Yeah, so Jen, we want to find out, so the Graduate Network, we're going to learn a lot more about this, but first and foremost, we know that AARP members and older adults, they when they're reaching their older adult years, they sometimes ask the question of like, what's next? Or what have I not accomplished that I want to? And so AARP really does a lot of work in this space. And one of the areas is on education, helping people to, whether it's re-careering or going back to school. And so why is AARP working on this program and developing this with the Graduate Network?
That's for Jennifer Schramm.
Yeah, that's such a great question. We really see this as part. Yeah, that we see it as part of our mission to help older adults be empowered to choose the way they would like to age. And for many older adults, achieving their educational goals, whether it's a high school diploma or an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree or beyond, has always been their dream, but life and other things got in the way. And so we want to make sure that for those who who do have this as a goal that they want to achieve their diploma or their degree, that they're aware of all the local resources and information that are available to support them to achieve that dream.
Very good. All right, Bridget, can you talk to us about what the Graduate Network is?
Well, of course I can. Thanks for having me here today. I'm excited about what's happening in Michigan. The Graduate Network is a national nonprofit, and we're all about education attainment for adults. And so we're really about catalyzing a movement around education equity, that it's never too late to return to your education or complete your degree, finish what you started, earn that diploma, or whatever your aspiration is. We want to help folks find their path on that journey.
And I was looking at the website. It says that there's 45 million adults in the US who have some college credits but haven't graduated. So your goal is to?
It's really an astonishing figure. There are 45 million adults, 25 and older, who started college but for whatever reason stopped out. So they haven't yet completed their degree. And that's like 20% of the US population. And we know that in the state of Michigan, there are almost 1 million adults 45 and older who fit this criteria. So it's really a huge opportunity for folks to think about those dreams and get back on a path that helps you achieve those dreams.
And Bridget, I'm curious, what is usually the impetus when somebody says, you know what, I've put this on hold for so long, or I just have a dream that I want to see through? What's usually the reason that this is the nudge that they get to finally go back to school?
Actually, the number one reason is for personal satisfaction, or to do things like be a role model in their family. So it's really inspirational.
That's cool. So I know that on your website, you talk about advantages of having a degree, and you call them premiums. Can you tell us, so what is the value? I call them value. So what is the value of doing this, of getting your education?
Yeah, so we know, research tells us that children who live in a household where an adult has completed their college degree are more likely to do the same. That's 74% compared to 56%. So having that role model in the household of any generation is really significant. We also know that with higher levels of education attainment, folks are healthier. They generally lead healthier lifestyles, and they're also more civically engaged. So they're more likely to volunteer, they're more likely to exercise, they're more likely to vote.
And when you learn more, you earn more, right? I love that tagline.
Yeah. Got to have a financial piece there too.
There absolutely is a financial advantage as well. In Michigan, we refer to it as the salary premium, but on average, folks who have a bachelor's degree earn about $31,000 more annually.
That's significant, especially when you add it up over the years. Yeah,
that is significant, right? So with AARP joining and collaborating with you at the Graduate Network, there are the students that go back to school, the older learner that wants to go back to school, but then we also have ambassadors. So Jen, can you talk about what the two roles are and how we're joining forces?
Yeah, I think the ambassadors is a great way of using AARP's amazing volunteer power and volunteer capacity to help bring people into communities that are trained to know about the resources that are available locally to support adult learners. So that's what we hope to do in Michigan, we hope that anyone who's interested in becoming a volunteer lifelong learning ambassador will be interested in taking the things so that they can then help inform their friends, their families, their communities, church groups, wherever they are, where there might be people who are interested in completing their educational goals. They can help direct them to those resources that can support them.
So is that?
And then then the other component, of course, is that.
Oops. I've kind of lost Jennifer.
Mm-hmm. She's frozen up a little bit.
Okay.
Sorry.
So Bridget,
Mm-hmm.
talk to us more about, about the older learner part of this. What do you do to help them?
Yeah, so I think this is what Jennifer was just getting ready to say. The other component is just providing the direct to consumer information, so to speak. And there's going to be lots of information on the website that I think it is scrolling or maybe is going to be dropped in the chat. But again, there in each state, and Michigan is no exception, there are specific opportunities that are available. And so everybody just needs to know how to go, right? So if I'm wanting to complete my GED, I need to know where to do that. And you can find that on the website. If I'm interested in a short-term training credential, maybe I don't need to do a whole college degree or want to do that. There are opportunities in Michigan to do that, and even some scholarship opportunities. And then the four-year institutions also have pathways for older learners, and in some cases might even have tuition discounts or other scholarships that are available for older learners. So we want to get that information out there, and the state team is going to be sharing more about those specific opportunities in an ongoing way over the coming months.
Yeah. So now we want to introduce Andrea Palmer. She is our colleague in the Michigan office, and she's going to be the one who's spearheading this partnership with AARP ambassadors for the program and the Graduate Network. So Andrea, welcome. And do you want to talk a little bit, Andrea, about, again, kind of the two roles and how the ambassador is going to help somebody who's discerning, helping to help them decide whether they want to pursue this. So talk a little bit more about the ambassador program.
Sure. So thanks for having me. So what we are wanting to get with our ambassadors is that they will be able to help guide a person that would like to pursue I call it pursuing their dreams. And it helps them, the ambassadors will help them just guide their way through all of the resources that are available, kind of be their, maybe a mentor of sorts, but also an encourager, someone that will, that is passionate about lifelong learning and about education and people pursuing their dreams and wanting to be a part of that. So that is the basic function of our ambassadors, is that they will help guide adult learners to places that they need to go to get done what they want to get done.
It can be a daunting decision, right? And where do you even start? So this program helps people to take that first step then in determining if this is right for them and where do they even begin in this journey.
Right. Yes. Myself, I'm a continuing learner, and I got my associate just like 4 years ago. Because life just gets in the way. Life gets in the way, and you maybe just lose sight of your dreams. And if you've got somebody that's there to stand behind you and encourage you in the process, it really is it makes a world of difference.
So let me ask Bridget, where else in the country is AARP offices? I know we're about to start a pilot, and I'll ask Andrea about that in a minute, but where else in the country is this happening?
Yeah, so before I answer that question, I just want to say congratulations to Andrea. So Andrea, in earning your associate's degree, that's really amazing. And I think that's another really cool thing we're going to discover is just so many stories of people who want to pursue their degree. But back to your question, we started in Kentucky. And then we last year we did Texas, and so now Michigan is the third state that we're working with on this project.
Okay, and what in those first couple of pilots, what's the average age of I know you have a term that called the comebacker. We saw it on the screen a few minutes ago. So I'm going to ask Andrea in a second to describe that, but what's the average age of the person who participates in this?
Yeah, so at the national level, what we see is the peak age for people graduating is really trending towards the late 40s. So it really is an older learner that we're seeing.
Okay, so Andrea, talk to us about what is a comebacker, because you're going to see that if you get involved in this program. What is a comebacker?
Right, a comebacker is a person who has started their education journey, and then for some reason life got in the way, or just things didn't work out, and so now they have decided that maybe their kids are grown, and maybe they're retired or whatever, but they want to come back, they want to finish their education, and reach those goals that they had for themselves years ago, or whenever their education journey was delayed. So that's the basic. Comebackers is really kind of says it all.
So when does the pilot start?
So in mid-June, we are going to do events sort of like this. It will be a virtual event, Facebook Live possibly, with Michigan Reconnect. And Michigan Reconnect is it's a free tuition scholarship thing that Michigan is doing for someone anyone 25 and older. There's a few criteria, but 25 and older that want to get their associate's degree, free tuition. And so we want to talk a lot more about that in a couple of weeks in mid-June, and connect people with that resource and with more resources, and then also do a big push for ambassadors to join us in this journey.
So Bridget, the program is designed for people who maybe left high school and they want to go back and get their GED, or like Andrea, pursue an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree. What about higher levels of education? What if somebody wants to get a master's degree or a doctorate?
Well, absolutely. Certainly those opportunities are out there as well. This is agnostic to what the education goals are of the individual, and it's really about helping people to understand what the best path might be for them, and to connect to those programs that are going to be best suited towards their goals, and help them, hopefully with some financial resources as well too. Michigan has some unique opportunities in that respect.
And this is for older adults. Is there an age limit, an age cap?
No, there's no age limit. I mean, we're seeing people, and this being graduation season, so this is really an appropriate best kept secret to be talking about. I think we'll see lots of people who are in their 70s, 80s, and up, who are graduating and pursuing their dreams.
So we did a poll out there on Facebook asking if if are you or someone you know interested in continuing education? And we had 17% said yes, 67% said maybe. So those are the people who are on the fence thinking they might be interested in doing this. 17% said no. So that bodes great for our pilot, Andrea.
Yes, it does.
So I encourage.
And what I wanted to say about that, sorry, Karen, what I wanted to say about that is just keep watching that website that is being bannered on the screen below. And just keep checking that, and we'll have dates there, but there'll also be email communications that go out regarding the event as well.
Okay, excellent. All right. Is there anything else that any of you want to share with us?
No, we're just very, very excited about this program, and just helping people to pursue their dreams, and just we're just excited to get it going.
All right. And if anybody is interested, wants to learn more, they can reach out to you. You want to give them your email address?
Yes. Yep. Reach out to me at apalmer@aarp.org.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
I look forward to hearing from you.
Now, yep.
Well, Bridget, thank you for the work that you do. Jennifer, thank you for bringing AARP into the fold of this. And Andrea, thank you for pursuing this for Michigan and to get AARP and volunteers and other people involved in the ambassador program. So thank you for all you do.
Yep.
Thank you.
Great information. Thank you all, everybody. And thanks to our audience who's watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.